Let's get this out of the way, man. I kind of want to quell everybody's anxiety and disappointment with the placing of Kagurabachi in this week's issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. Now, this is not something that you should be scared of. You should not be freaked out by this, because if we're going based off of just popularity alone, Kagurabachi is actually doing a relatively good job. We've been keeping up with the numbers and all of that in Japan, and everything looks solid all around. And I'm not talking about Manga Plus, I'm talking about Japan's actual Jump app where they read things. We've been keeping up with numbers and all of that. So I hate when we see something like this and we jump to a conclusion. The way these votes work is they're weeks behind, by the way. They send surveys out every so often, and Kagurabachi didn't start picking up steam, real steam, until 4 or 5 weeks ago. This is nothing to get your panties in a bunch for. Yes, New Ace Exorcist is doing exactly what the I said it was gonna do months ago, but you need to give Kagurabachi time to cook. Do you see everything that is setting up for? Not to mention, if you look in the top right, it's getting another color page. But is this the end for Kagurabachi? Is it over? Is one last place spot it? No, it's not. Again, we live in an age where people tend to overreact. Not only is this still the React age, right? The React era, it's surpassed everything that I thought it was gonna be as far as how people react. And it's everyone's immediate reaction is oh my god, it's in 14th place, it's about to get axed, I cannot believe it, oh I like this series so much, it's about to get shut the up, man. Come on, stop. We'll know when it's getting axed. You can always tell when something's about to get axed by how fast they wrap up the mysteries of the story. You can smell it. Look at what Kagurabachi has set up for. Like I said, you will know. You will 100% know, because the story will shift fast. They'll try to solve everything in the next chapter, and then all of a sudden it'll set up for something like an open-ended time skip, and then Chihiro has already acquired 3 of the swords, and they're I don't know where we'll go next, but I'll be on my own. You know, the stupid ass way they end shit, you know? You can tell when something is going to end. Stop being so pessimistic. And this isn't just because I love the manga, right? It's not that, because I love a lot of manga. It's just very obvious. Like I said, a lot of you who jump to conclusions about this are people who have lost something they really like and are pissed off because this one's surviving long enough. Now that the meme is over, people have to actually read it, right? And that's what's happening. That's what we're seeing. Like I said, don't let this dumbass table of contents shit rule out what's about to happen with Kagurabachi, because something can happen in the story that will make it jump in the next survey. You'll see, just give it time. Everybody likes for things to be over when they say it's over. Everybody also just wants to be right. You know how many people are foaming at the mouth right now for the downfall of this series? It's a lot of y'all. I see y'all on every social media. I be peeping. But nah, man. Like I said, this is not the end. It's not on the chopping block. They will chop greens before they chop Kagurabachi. They will chop 2 on Ice and Cypher Academy before they chop Kagurabachi. The Elusive Samurai, in my opinion, isn't even that good, and it's still here. Like I said, stop jumping to conclusions. Quit being crybabies. Quit assuming all the time. Sit back and watch. Allow these things to cook. I'm talking to Japan too. I don't give a fuck if this gets me in hot water. I don't give a fuck. Like I said earlier, we live in an era where people love to overreact. We live in an era where people see something and they cast immediate judgment. It's just how a lot of y'all are. Obviously not my fan base, because we all like to keep in a similar mindset, but y'all assume way too much. Let it continue to bake in the oven. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, they don't have time. Yes, they do. Shut the fuck up. There's a lot of worse shit up here. Way worse shit. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to get that off my chest because I see a lot of crybabies on Twitter and a lot of big accounts on Twitter just farming engagement and all of that shit just to get paid off Twitter Blue. And come on, man, I see you for who you are. This is not the end of Kagurabachi. Mark my words. I usually don't do things like this, you know, where I get out of character and I get pissed off and I have to go talk. Y'all know how I feel about this series. Y'all know how I feel about manga in general. I've called out axes before, I've called out successes before on multiple occasions. Look at Nui's Exorcist. And with that being said, it's your boy, DomoSenpai, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.